What's up, Madison? I'm Hunter Vaughn. Your Sports Center update is brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beer, bags, shuffleboard, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today. We have some breaking news here in Madison. Of course, breaking news is brought to you by the Metro family of dealerships, but it deals with the Badgers head football coach, Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell will be returning next season as the Wisconsin Badgers head coach, according to ESPN's Pete Thamel. Thamel spoke to athletic director Chris McIntosh, who pledged to support the program more financially and to return the Badgers to contention in the Big Ten. You can read that full article over at ESPN.com. Also, you can stay tuned right here on 100.5 ESPN Madison for more reaction continuing today with Jim, Matt, and Molly from 4 until 6 o'clock. Plus, this Saturday, you can hear from Jesse Nelson and former Badger Brad Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day. Jim, Matt, and Molly start now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me. I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that.
Is Wisconsin equivalent with Rutgers now? Like, seriously, Maryland and Rutgers, I think, are the two teams that are probably close to being their equal.
Absolutely ridiculous.
They're trying to be peers with Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State like they used to be, and they lost track of the fact that they're now below Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Iowa. Like, they are the dregs of the Big Ten right now.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
This scared me.
Jim getting his headset plugged in quickly.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar
Jim,
Studio.
isn't it funny some days you have two other radio hosts and neither of them say anything for you when you're trying to get your stuff set up?
You broke this whole thing.
No,
over
I
here.
didn't. I did not.
It does not work. It's all static. So
I
that's
didn't
fantastic.
touch the hole. I promise.
You broke the hole. Things are falling apart, literally and figuratively, in Madison in the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime Morrison behind the glass. Matt Hamilton, Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge with you. The devastating breaking news: Luke Fickell, according to Pete Thamel, and I think we all feel comfortable saying that Pete Thamel's correct on this, is returning to the Wisconsin Badgers next football season. And I am devastated. And we have plenty of audio that'll be very interesting to see how we get to. Maybe Molly will have to kind of seize that bull by the horn as we do today's show, or at least for this first segment here. But Matt Hamilton, you're the King Badger fan on this show, but no, you're Mr. Wisconsin. You're Mr. Wisconsin. Luke Fickell. Basically what the Badgers are saying is that we value the $25 million it would take to pay off Luke Fickell because we're a broke-ass college football program. We can't fire him, and so we're just going to continue. They're staying in it for the kids.
Yeah, I mean,
They're staying
Not
together.
is that a conscious uncoupling or no?
Yeah,
they can't afford to give up half of their money to give to Fickell in the divorce.
Right,
They can't afford the divorce. They can't afford the alimony. They can't afford the child
So
support.
they are in the roommate stage of marriage right now, Luke Fickell and the Wisconsin Badgers.
Gosh, like, I've heard of like lame duck presidents. We're gonna have an entire season of lame duck coach. Like, he knows he's gone. So like, what incentive does he have to like?
But does he? But you would think that from this year. So if
because he was getting money. Like, after next year, do we still have to pay him out?
Yeah, the number just gets smaller.
So at what point is it within our pocketbook to get rid of him?
I don't know, probably 2 more years if you're really looking at it. But I would imagine that if they win 2 games again next year, then you know what? I'm not even saying that. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Apparently, Wisconsin's got no money, so they're stuck with Luke Fickell. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to Luke Fickell or his family. This was the right hire when it happened, but we have 2 wins. And I don't see a path to more than 2 wins. I see an empty Camp Randall Stadium. It's supposed to possibly snow this weekend on Saturday.
We're doing a bet to see who has to go to the Wisconsin
game. You might as well
guys.
hate yourself if you're going to watch the Badgers get housed by Washington on Saturday in the snow. What is going on in your life that you're going to that game?
It's probably going to be windy, cold, wet.
What does Luke Fickell have on Mac and the Badgers?
$26 million. $25 million.
Yeah, absolutely. I think honestly, if they are willing to bring him back this year, then they're going to be willing to bring him back until the end of his contract. Like, I think we are seeing this thing all the way through, which is 7 or 8 years?
I'm just wondering if there's like a threshold. If
well,
they're
the
like,
nice thing is,
this year 25's too much, but next year it drops to 15, and
depends
that's
on your team is. Because if your team is ass still, then you can't spend the money. Like,
you know what the funniest scenario out of this whole thing would be? Is that he turns the Badgers around next year and then leaves. We have to keep him around because we can't get rid of him, and then the first chance he gets to get a job that he thinks is better, he's gone.
But do you think that another place exactly?
Right
See,
I'm
that's
saying
the
if he
thing.
turned it around, like next year's schedule's easier, they win 8-9 games, then all of a sudden he's like, well, thanks for the loyalty, bye.
Is their schedule easier next year? I don't know. I know they kick off their season against Notre Dame.
It doesn't get much harder than this current season schedule, but yes, they play Notre Dame next year. I believe they play Ohio State again next year, so it's easier.
Hard.
It's still difficult. It's never going to be getting easy in this Big Ten anymore. Next year might be the easiest they have in a while, and it's still going to be a dumpster fire schedule.
Yeah, unless our crossover schedules with the MAC conference.
The MAC conference.
I don't think we have a super great shot at beating a bunch of MAC teams. It's so sad, the state of the Badgers, that we are in this position that we can't afford to fire our coach. Mm-hmm. So we have to stick with them. And now he's going to have a whole nother year to continue to drain any sort of the boosters that want to come in and help this team be good because no one has faith in him. Like, I bet we would make that 25 back, and people like, whoever you bring in, a sack of potatoes could coach better than this. Anyone new could do a better job than Luke Fickell at this point. Like, I can't believe that the $25 million is such a huge, insurmountable number that we would be like completely crippled as a football school.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the money, say they did buy out Luke Fickell's contract, which obviously we know that they're not doing based on this information, right? So $25 million. If they were to pay out that $25 million, that's not coming out of NIL money.
It's still coming out of money that is available to them, and you could spread it out. You could you pay it in one lump sum. You could negotiate it down.
What about the Bonita Day? Let's just make a Fickell Day and pay him $1 million for the next 25 years.
Well, he has to agree to that, but also
do it on June 8th, 608 Day.
You hope that there is mitigating language in the contract that says, like, oh, he is, if he gets another job, that money, like, let's say it's $25 million buyout, and he went and got a job at Cincinnati, and they're paying him $8 million. The contract for them is $20 million, so then the Badgers only owe $5 million. Like, it's mainly guaranteed that Fickell gets a set amount.
So that's a good slip of the tongue, Jim.
Honestly, divorce, right?
It's a very good Freudian slip.
So he can maintain his current lifestyle, right?
Yes.
The same as in a divorce,
right? Exactly.
Like, I don't want to shock you too much.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you, okay, we were wrong about their opponents for next year. They are on UW's website. So they have Notre Dame. This might be the reason that they're bringing Fickell back. Notre Dame at Lambeau Field. We know that one. Western Illinois, Pittsburgh, Michigan State, Rutgers, Minnesota, USC, Iowa, Maryland, Penn State, Purdue, UCLA.
That's
It's a lot easier than this year. So maybe they're like, you know what? Next year with this easy schedule, he might win us 5 games.
So if you are
Give him another year. Give him an extension.
If you are just tuning in, Pete Thamel from ESPN News. Wisconsin coach Luke Fickell will return to coach the Badgers in 2026. Athletic director Chris McIntosh tells ESPN the move comes with significant increase in financial investment.
What's that mean?
More money for NIL.
Yes.
I was going to say, Fickell actually just got a bonus.
Hey,
he got an end of the year bonus.
He's been extended.
Guess what, guys? I did so bad. I convinced the University of Wisconsin to give us even more money to go find players in the portal and hopefully make us a viable football team.
That's
what I'm hearing.
It's a reiteration of what Chris McIntosh, the vote of confidence that he was a coward and didn't tell the media and only sent it to season ticket holders and key donors, that little memo. And this is kind of a forward-facing memo. Chris McIntosh still can't get in front. I hope to God that Chris McIntosh is going to get in front of a mic and then address this.
Do you really think that's going to happen?
No. And I think
no.
And I think it's
sassy Jim.
I think it's a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Absolutely not crap. It's disgusting. It's frustrating. And this isn't even about Luke Fickell. This is about the Badgers seem to be going down with the ship because they're too broke to fix the ship. So it's like the Titanic and the life. Like it was not. It said this is Titanic and the Badgers couldn't afford enough lifeboats. And so I don't know who Chris McIntosh and Luke Fickell are on the board floating in the water. I don't know who's Kate and who's Leo, but don't let go.
So my grandfather used to say this to me whenever if somebody, if they were in my family was mean and it was laughed at, or like a joke was made and it was laughed at, my grandfather would say, "You're rewarding inappropriate behavior." And I see this. Luke Fickell takes us to 2 wins on a season, and now he's being rewarded with an increase in financial investment. That is rewarding bad coaching. It just doesn't make sense to me. I can't wrap my head around it. Grandpa always said, don't reward inappropriate behavior, and that's exactly what the Badgers are doing.
They are, and coincidentally, we talked to Nicole Arbach today on the Jump Around, our Badger-dedicated show, and that was at 12:30 on ESPN Madison and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube streams. And we asked her about a couple. I was stupid enough to ask her about possible replacements like Jason Eck and Lance Leipold. You can see the whole interview on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. But we asked her about Luke Fickell and how do you fix things, and here's what she had to say. Welcome back to the Jump Around, our Badger-dedicated show on ESPN Madison and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube stream. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Pablo Iglesias. We are thrilled to be joined by someone that I think I've followed on Twitter for a very long time. Never thought I'd have the opportunity to talk with.
That clip might have been mislabeled, unfortunately.
One,
possibly. But we do have one, so...
It was a good open, though,
It's the Jump Around.
It was a great open. It's a fantastic open, actually.
Thank you. I actually wanted to hear more of me.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not?
Did you like it?
There was another conversation that...
Was it good for you guys?
You guys had on the Jump Around. Isn't that right, Jim?
Yes, we talked to...
Just give us a synopsis. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I'll just tell you what. I'm just going to read the show notes to you guys. No. Also, and this interview was teased at the end of the Jump Around, which aired today at 12:30. I hope to God it's actually Cooper Catalano. But tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we're going to release the entire interview that we had with Cooper Catalano, and that will be on ESPN Madison's YouTube and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube stream, again, about the Jump Around, a Badger-dedicated show. I asked him, me and Pablo, talked to him about the Badgers, and I asked him about Luke Fickell. Barry Alvarez has his show on our air, and he was talking about some of the Fire Fickell chants and how it's unfair to Fickell, to the players, and they're out there putting out a hard product. What does it kind of do to your mentality? How do you block out the noise when you're playing and you're hearing things against your coach who obviously you believe in, you chose to come here, you see the work that he puts in, you see the work that the whole staff puts in. So how do you separate those two things of like, look, fans are fans, they have the right to do what they want to do, but they also are not in that locker room to see how together you guys are and see how hard you're working and see how hard the staff is working. Like, how do you play both those emotions?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of what you said. Fans are fans. They're right to their opinion is their right. But like you said, they don't see the hours that we're putting in. They don't see the hours that Coach Fick is putting in. And like you said, like he's our head coach, and we're gonna fight, scrap, and claw for him. And we all have 100% confidence in him. And we're going to show up to work every day and give it our all for him. And yeah.
And before we get to, we have plenty of texting on the Carbos Talk text line. List is more. Again, this is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. You can get into the show 844-770-3776 on the Carbos Talk text line. List is more. You can see us on ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app as well. I don't have a poll question for you yet because it would be 100%. Are you happy Luke Fickell is returning? No, absolutely not. I mean, those could be the options. Hell no. Bleep no. No. Or who gives a bleep? Like, those could be the options.
Or yes.
There.
We can give a
There's
yes
nobody
answer.
saying yes. I don't want to hear from anyone saying yes. They're excited. But the news came in from Pete Thamel today, and that's what we are reacting to. And we do have the clip from Nicole Arbach, who joined the Jump Around earlier today. But again, just reiterating, if you're just tuning in, Wisconsin from Pete Thamel from ESPN, Wisconsin coach Luke Fickell will return to coach the Badgers in 2026. Athletic Director Chris McIntosh tells ESPN the move comes with significant increase in financial investment, which means more NIL money. All right, let's hear from Nicole.
Again, a two-win season can change all sorts of calculus and all sorts of conversations, but I do think that this is the kind of school that would not want to get into this carousel. It's just going to be so expensive, and I think we've already seen this with the coaches that are out there that have been attached to some of these openings, getting pretty significant raises and extensions. There's just not a lot of big-name coaches where you're going to be able to be like, yes, this is a clear upgrade and it's going to work. It's just, it is about resetting a clock. So if you do make a change, that's what it is. It's a fresh start, and maybe it is someone with ties to Wisconsin. But I just think it's going to be really hard for like a miracle fix. There is only one Curt Cignetti. That might be a unicorn situation.
And I want to get your thoughts, Matt and Molly. You can chime in 844-770-3776. Luke Fickell's back. You can chime in and bucket dump if you want. Michael from Janesville chimes in. Maybe they're thinking of retaining Luke Fickell and taking the money they would have used for his buyout to invest in the players. That may give them a better chance next year. However, I think it was a little preemptive announcing this. Michael from Janesville there. Dave in Deerfield. Matt, I had lame duck coach as at one of my favorite restaurants. Matt, I had lame duck coach at one of my favorite restaurants once. It sucked. Donnie in DeForest chimes in. I absolutely love how people that were kissing Fickell's feet, I don't know if I want to use the word he used, when he was hired have now turned on him so fast. Hilarious. Look, it was the right hire in the moment.
We can all say it was the right hire.
Jim Leonard is currently head coach nowhere. All right, Dan and Stoughton, the problem goes higher than Luke Fickell. The real problem is Chris McIntosh, who dropped the ball by not having the foresight to manage the athletic department checkbook during the transition into the transfer portal era, and it ain't going to be improving anytime soon with Camp Randall sitting vacant during all those home games. Ty in Sun Prairie chimes in. Why don't we literally hire a mid-major coach, Jason Eck, former Badger player, former Badger GA, just took New Mexico to a bowl game for the first time in forever, has built up 2 programs with some passion, and possibly pay the new guy $1 to $3 million. You can't do that. Spread the buyout over the next 3 years and see what happens. Can't be any worse. I get what you're saying. And then Jens, the Coob consultant, chimes in. That's just so many words I loosely know how to pronounce. Do you feel the university has become too pot committed to the football program to want to buy Fickell out? Field renovations, seating renovations, new practice facility, NIL money, etc.
Those are all things that they need to do in order to get players in, though.
To spend another $25 million after all of that might make might just seem like it's wasted money.
I also think that there's something to be said that if Luke Fickell is your head coach and if you're an up-and-coming high school football player, is Wisconsin going to be on your list? Is Luke Fickell going to be the coach that you want to go play for?
I feel like
probably not, and then you're losing money.
Even the kids that grew up in Wisconsin, like I remember when I was a kid, I grew up watching like Ron Dane and some of the Badger greats, and like I never played football, but I always imagined like how sick would that be to be a Badger, to grow up in Wisconsin and go play for the Badgers. And I don't know if that's like a dream for most high school kids anymore.
I think even look at the superstars that have come to Wisconsin. Like there's so many players that have come from New Jersey and the East Coast. That's not happening. Like that's not happening anymore. No, like Wisconsin does not have the lure that it did before. I mean, if you keep Luke Fickell, it's just going to continue to get worse.
Maybe not, but Barry's whole take is lock down your borders. Get the big recruits in your state to
Haven't they lost 4 to Minnesota? Didn't they lose like 4 in-state guys to Minnesota? I'm pretty sure they did. And then Indiana, they lost them to them too.
I mean, they've lost a number of in-state recruits to other states. Part of it is, too, that the kids at the top from Wisconsin aren't always the best recruits. And sometimes I think, like Jim has even said, Luke Fickell has always been trying to hunt some of the bigger fish recruits. And even those guys who they did have committed up until recently, 3 of the biggest names in this current recruiting class have all flipped. One of them today to Michigan. Like, they're losing good players to Big Ten opponents, and especially the ones that are like just above them.
That's why this is happening. If you are wondering why it's happening, they need to get out with a public. They've made their decision. The decision sucks, and they still have to, no matter what, own it. Because the only thing that sucks more than having a sucky team is to have a coach that people think is going to get fired in the offseason when you're trying to recruit right now. And so they need to at least calm some players. As we heard from Cooper Catalano, he likes Luke Fickell. There's still some draw to Wisconsin. So the players who have been recruited by Fickell and the staff, they need to be made assured that Fickell's going to be here. I'm not saying it's the right move, but that's why they did it. They are making those kids know.
So what does he need to do this next season that he's for sure coming back for now? What does he need to do in the next season to then not get fired mid-season or in the offseason?
That's a great question.
Well,
it's 1 year away. Like, it's not like it's a long time.
Schedule, and if there is significant financial investment in the team in NIL, some players, I don't think really care what flag they're putting on as long as they're getting paid for it. So, like, if there is money to be made, you can get good players still. So, like, he's just going to have to be an transcendent in the transfer portal.
We'll get back to this. Look, you can control everything in your life, but you can't protect what matters most without J&K Security Solutions. Whether it's your home, your business, or even your man cave, J&K's got the tech and the team to help keep you safe and connected. Cameras, alarms, smart home systems, all installed by local pros who actually care. Don't trust your security to some out-of-town online company. Go local with J&K Security Solutions in Madison. Peace of mind? Yeah, they've got that covered too. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Luke Fickell's job is safe. The Wisconsin Badgers will not be firing head coach Luke Fickell. Can he still turn the program around? React with us right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
As a single mom of a young child, I second-guessed if college was even doable. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm getting the support I need, and the advisors have helped me every step of the way, including navigating admissions and the financial aid. My advice to others? Do this for you. There's more to your story at Madison College. Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
When it's game day in Madison, you know what that means. Pizza Hut time. Unlimited large one-topping pizzas, just $7.99 each. Or your team at home can load them up with 3 toppings for $9.99. Perfect for kickoffs, watch parties, or that fourth quarter comeback from your living room. Fuel your crew, fill the table, and keep the good times rolling all game long with Pizza Hut. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love ZOA Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a ZOA Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Shop the Pig! The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more, only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig!
Hey, it's Isaac Miller, junior defensive end in high school. 14 Division I offers. Yep, 1-4. Wisconsin, Michigan, Florida, Miami, you name it. Everyone's asking, where's Isaac going? Well, I'll tell you this. It's going to be big, it's going to be loud, and it's going to be legendary. But first, I'm hitting the weight room in my Iron Jock gear. Because no matter what logo I wear next, Iron Jock is how I get there. Stay tuned and go to ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Hey, shady baby, I'm hot, like the prodigal son. Big up Bartolini, meeny, money, mo, and flower, you're the chosen one.
You guys know that I love Carbon World Health. I've been loving their hydrofacials that I've gotten done quite a few times now. I get those done over at their brand new location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center. And if you are looking to get started on your health and wellness journey, head over to Carbon World Health.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. We are in the Everlight Solar studio. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. Matt Hamilton, Primetime Morishine behind the glass. We have a Riley Yauk, the producer of The Jump Around, and also does Wisconsin College Game Day pre- and post-game stuff for us on ESPN Wisconsin. He's coming into the studio here. You can bucket dump, react to the news from Pete Thamel that the Wisconsin Badgers are bringing back Luke Fickell, and they're going to make it successful by finally deciding to give money to the football program is basically how that reads, that they're bringing back Luke Fickell, and they're going to make a significant financial investment into the football program. I don't know what was stopping them from doing that earlier, Riley. You are, I think, the biggest diehard Badger fan at ESPN Madison, maybe even all of ESPN Wisconsin, Matt. Yes. He also owns you on the Brewer side of things, too, Matt. But you're a bigger Packer fan. You're a bigger Packer fan.
That's
true.
Green Bay to me. How many opening pitches have you thrown for the Brewers?
That's about fame, not fandom.
Whoa!
How many crazy cap shuffles have you done at American Family Field?
Oh.
Okay.
Got him.
Dang, got me. That's fair, Riley.
Yes. All right. So, Riley, you bleed Cardinal and White.
Yep.
What are your thoughts about the news that Luke Fickell is officially coming back next year?
Yeah, so my emotions are probably different than that of most. I feel like we expected this, so I'm not too surprised to see the news. And honestly, I'm just glad that it's finally out there. We know for sure. It's official. He's coming back. We know. We don't have to speculate anymore. But my biggest concern is... So I just watched Jesse Temple did a sit-down interview with Chris McIntosh.
So pause on that for a second. That disgusts me to no end. Nothing. Jesse's a great guy.
Yeah.
But what are we doing? So you are planning this out, and like I said, Chris McIntosh is a coward. Mm-hmm. He goes to the state-run media, which is where Jesse Temple works now for the Wisconsin Badgers, to do a Badger-friendly thing.
State-run media, man.
It is.
It is, yeah.
No, but
it's just big media. Put your tinfoil cap on.
But he's not going to ask him any actual questions.
Right.
There's going to be nothing that he can be negative about.
To his credit, he did ask a legit question.
Which was pre-screened, I guarantee you.
It was, but even
PR
with the
team had to check over his list of questions.
A pre-screened question, Chris McIntosh can't answer it. Go and listen. Go to Jesse Temple's Twitter account. Listen to this minute 30 clip of Chris McIntosh trying to answer how specifically what his plan is to fix this problem. And he's just like, yeah, we have a plan. It's about the people in the building. There's going to be significantly more investment. It's the most corporate speak coach speak non-answer gibberish of all time. So I'd be fascinated to hear what this actual plan is.
Throw money at it. It sounds like that's the plan. Let's just throw money at the problem.
Well, maybe they're going to get more money out of Ted Kellner. I don't know what you're.
That's a great point.
Because he said, the AD is in charge of doing this, so he can do his job.
Daddy Kellner is the one that controls the entire program because, like I've said before, Wisconsin is one of those programs that they seem to have one known donor, and he's great for the university, but real programs, serious programs, have more than one guy that has to fund the whole thing because, I'm sorry, and with all due respect to Ted Kellner, his opinion on the football things really shouldn't matter. And they do, it sounds like.
Well, if he says, hey, if you don't run it my way, you're going to lose Big Daddy.
But Alabama, my point is, a serious program like Alabama's got Walmart or whatever. They got money coming out their ears. Yeah, they can lose that money. I'm sure they got Walmart money too.
Yeah, I mean, if Ted Kellner was like the Texas Tech oil guy who literally can just throw billions.
Or Boone Pickens from Oklahoma State, where they named the stadium after.
Maybe Mark Cuban. Isn't he an Indiana guy?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Do you think our governor might step in? Like they did down in
No, that's the governor of LSU for the. You're referencing the governor of LSU. Now, just for a little.
That's the governor of Louisiana.
Yeah. So the context behind that is my understanding that LSU does not currently have a president.
They don't have a sitting president, correct? So then the governor is the next highest-ranking public official who can oversee the state university.
So that's why he said that.
Too bad, because Governor Evers might actually make a good decision.
He walked it back some as well, though.
So maybe the governor's like the designated survivor.
Yes.
Maybe at this point, I do want like our governor to step in and make decisions for this football team because this is horrendous.
I agree. It is very bad. It
makes it worse that they made a statement about it. Like if they just left it, okay. Like we talked briefly.
You're going to be on the show tomorrow. Do we make a big ass statement about it? Like
maybe we should. We should just troll. We should just troll Chris McIntosh in the athletic program.
Breaking news: we've decided that Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton, or actually just Molly Brown, will be on the show tomorrow.
I mean,
I'm so upset. I'm not going to come in tomorrow because of this.
Breaking news: Matt Hamilton's so upset he's not going to come in tomorrow. / maybe he's curling.
No, but the fact that they sent out like that whole letter to ticket holders, basically saying that they're bringing him back because they can't afford to get rid of him, that was horrendous and a terrible decision there. Then the fact that they're doing this whole thing where they have reports on bringing Luke Fickell back, just bring him back. Just say you're not, like, don't even say that you're not firing him.
How is this news?
Just
the guy you have signed for the next few years?
No, I just read like 4 different articles from beat reporters, which means they were given information to write these articles and given interviews with Chris McIntosh ahead of time so they could pump all of this out right when the news broke, which is just so odd.
And
it doesn't make any sense.
Here's the thing. It's so obvious, too.
Yeah, we all knew this.
Pull back the curtain. We're ready for this. And so, like, it's obvious the Badgers were planning their media blitz and, again, having Chris McIntosh join their state-run media that's going to give them pre-screened questions. God knows how many times they shot that.
I really...
And that's the answer they took.
I really didn't think...
Wait. Let me get another take. Let me get another take on this one. That was Chris McIntosh.
I really didn't think that it was a done deal. Like, I thought if we go and get blown out these next 4 games, if we score a total of 13 points in 4 games, and you look back at their last 7 and they've got 20 points in 7 games, I'm like, there's no way that they could justify bringing this guy back. So the fact that they got out ahead of this, and I understand like the idea why, but it is so bad right now. Like, if someone's hemorrhaging, like bleeding out, they're just like, nope, we're not going to stop the bleeding. This is fine.
Do you know the way that they're going to get financial and income and whatever for the program and to pay for Luke Fickell and whatever the hell they're doing? They're bringing AC/DC in. Like that,
True.
That is their plan to make money.
You know what I'm being told they're not doing, at least in a serious matter? Reaching out to, I don't know, John Menard or Diane Hendricks and getting their money, the billionaires, the 2 people in the top 100 richest people in the world, both in Wisconsin. You should be doing whatever. How do you get John Menard's money? My understanding is that they have not seriously, and honestly, all you have to do is
save big money.
Is there? I don't see a lot of Menard stuff all over Camp Randall,
There's
right?
nothing. I'm
right?
I feel like Craig Culver, and that's more for basketball. Culver's is the only like big Wisconsin
and Culver's is
brand
big.
I've seen.
I don't think they have Menard money.
No, I doubt it.
I don't know what Judith Faulkner would give from Epic.
Right.
They don't have Epic money. I don't know if Diane Hendricks gives to the pro. I don't see a lot of, is it ABC Supply? I don't see a lot of it on there. But again, figure out a way to get their money.
And I don't think this is hard. They don't want to press flesh. They don't want to press flesh. We know that, okay?
Start pressing flesh with billionaires.
Press some flesh.
But even with all of that money, there's still no plan. And that's my biggest concern is that they refuse to share any details of this plan, and they're operating essentially on the same premise that I am as a fan, just blind hope. Like, hey, I like Luke Fickell. I think he's a good coach, so if we just give him a bunch more money, he's going to turn it around and things will all be hunky-dory again. And you can't operate that way if you're the athletic director.
Riley and Ryan, you're too young to get this, but it's like you're in a relationship and it's like we're going to have this argument again. What's the solution? We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Great.
That's communication is key. Let's talk about this later.
Yes, that's basically someone sat down so we need to have a talk, and Chris and Luke were like, let's just talk about it later. All right, that's a plan. We'll push it off. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Evan Cohen coming up next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin App, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Fall is here, so don't let a faulty furnace leave you in the cold. At Shackelford Heating and Cooling, they specialize in furnace repair, replacement, and seasonal maintenance checks to keep your home safe and comfortable. Their expert technicians will make sure your system is running efficiently before winter hits. Schedule your fall maintenance today and avoid costly surprises down the road. Call them now at 608-835-7755 or visit shackelfordheating.com and stay warm all season long. Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Quality work guaranteed.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit condonjeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
It's level 3 of the WIAA football playoffs. The number 1 seed Homestead Highlanders host the 2 seed Monona Grove Silver Eagles in a powerhouse showdown for a spot in the state semifinals. Join me, Hunter Vaughn, and the Dean Dennis Sumrow on the call. Coverage starts at 6:30, kickoff at 7 p.m. this Friday night on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, you can get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and 0-interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Played like a pro but felt like an amateur? Twisted your ankle or jammed a finger under the Friday night lights? At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, their Saturday Sports Injury Clinic has you covered. Skip the emergency room circus, dodge the waiting room sitcom, and get expert care from the pros who actually know sports injuries. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Walk into their location off the Beltline and get back in the game. Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, your comeback starts here.
Evan Cohen on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Whether you need HVAC installs, maintenance, upgrades, or repairs, Shackelford is ready to serve you today. Inquire at shackelfordheating.com.
There's a lot to address with you guys. I always appreciate you guys having me on every other week. I also have learned clearly none of you ever listen to our show.
From Madison to the Big Apple.
As a UW-Madison alum, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm mad about that or I'm disappointed in that. I'm just realistic in that. That just means that the program is not funded well enough to have the optionality to stay or to go.
It's time for Evan Cohen on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
He doesn't need a pat on the back. He's not you. Wow. Who's a good co-host?
Evan co-host. Wow. Evan Cohen, who co-hosts Unsportsmanlike right here on ESPN Radio.
Brought to you by Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Whether you need HVAC installs, maintenance, upgrades, or repairs, Shackelford is ready to serve you today.
We are thrilled to be joined by UW-Madison alum and host of Unsportsmanlike weekdays mornings here on ESPN Madison, Evan Cohen. Evan, I'm going to be full disclosure here. I'm really bummed because I was going to give myself a big pat on the back. I listened to Unsportsmanlike this morning. I stole an idea of yours, just like Molly Brown steals takes and you steal Molly Brown's take. And I had this whole big thing ready to go. And instead, it's all ruined by the Badgers creating a story out of nothing. That's the first question I have for you is why are you announcing that you're keeping a guy that is already under contract? That's how bad things are that you have to announce, hey, we're going to keep this guy who stinks right now.
Yeah, a couple of things on that. First of all, I did catch your Instagram or Twitter post before promoting that you were going to take an unsportsmanlike angle. I do appreciate that. Second of all, I saw Molly roll her eyes at you giving us credit. Third of all, I can't be accused of stealing Molly's takes when I literally credit Molly on the air for the take.
Well, Matt
She stole my take first,
so
and then you gave her credit for it.
Matt had the opportunity to speak his mind when you were on our show one time, and then he didn't, and then I had the good take, and you commended me for it, and then he just got jealous. He's a jealous little brother.
I literally said it like 5 months earlier than she did, and her claim was, I was on maternity leave. I didn't hear it.
All right, well, then next time I bring it up, Matt, time I bring it up, I will credit you.
Oh,
how about that?
Don't ever bring the take up again.
I don't need the credit. I just wanted
Molly to know. He does, clearly.
I need Molly to know that.
Honestly, the person that literally needs the credit the least is you, who, I'm sorry, why are you out next week?
I'm dabbling in some curling.
It
is the United States Olympic trials.
Yeah,
I will be making an attempt for my third run at the Olympics.
Trying to get a second medal.
Let me answer Jim's question. Okay, so I think what this screams out today is that our school doesn't have the funding to provide us options. And that does not mean necessarily firing Fickell. I think people hear that and they automatically think that that's where we go. That could literally mean, let's go get a price for Arch Manning, who is not going to transfer, but let's blow him out of the water where he has no choice but to come to the University of Wisconsin. That's what I mean by funding. If you have enough money to provide you optionality, you could keep the coach, you could buy the coach out, you could get the coach better players, you could potentially say the coach is the problem and that a new coach would get better players. So I think what the decision was today is, because we don't have the funding, we actually need a head start on clarity for recruiting so people don't turn their backs to Wisconsin because they don't know who their coach is going to be. The problem with that is, do we think that people are now going to come to Wisconsin with open arms because of the head coach? That is the challenge he is going to have. But I want to point out one other huge thing that I don't think enough people are talking about. And I know this just happened. I don't think this guarantees that he's back next year. I just think it guarantees if he's not back, whose choice it is. And the choice would be his and not ours. That's what I think people are missing here. This does not prevent Luke Fickell from saying, you know what? I realize what everyone else realizes. It didn't work. And that I see this job opening, and I think it makes more sense for me, and I know that I can get it, so I'm going to go get it. That's what I think people are not actually focusing on, is that possibility is still out there.
So he wants to be – you think Fickell just wants to be the dumper and not the dumpy?
No, I actually don't
for it.
I don't think he has anything to do with this, Matt. I think this is the university saying we are going to give this guy the best possible opportunity to win next year by providing no doubt as to his future. That doesn't mean he couldn't dump us.
Right.
Jim, I can hear you with all of this. What's going on,
Thank
Jim?
you.
Just say it on here.
I was going to yell in Ryan's ear and then just thank you. He's a loud talker. We can all hear you.
I heard you say I'm sorry, too.
I'm trying to get a clip ready because I asked Nicole Arbach today on the Jump Around. That's our ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee dedicated Badger show. Specifically,
it's hard to do this with Jim in my ear as this is happening.
Exactly.
Would Luke Fickell want to leave the program? This is before the news came out because we taped with Nicole on Wednesday. I asked her, would Luke Fickell ever want to leave? So that's what I was trying to pull the audio for. I'm sorry for talking too loud. I'm also in a different spot because things stopped working in the studio.
Don't even.
Molly broke my headset.
No, I didn't.
So, okay, let's go through this. They announced this today because we don't have money, right? Let's be honest.
I mean, they announced that like 2 weeks ago when Chris McIntosh sent out that whole thing to ticket holders.
Yeah, I'm Jewish, so I don't go to church, but I've seen in the church where they have the basket where the people put the money in, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the church. That's what we did 2 weeks ago, right?
Yep.
So then what we realized is we didn't actually get enough money, so we don't have options. So this guy's coming back, and the money we have, instead of using, what's the buyout number for Fickell? Do we know what that
25, 26 million?
Okay. So let's say we have 10 million. So instead of putting that 10 million towards the 25, 26, what the announcement today was, hey, recruits, transfers, NIL, we got 10 million to spend now. Don't worry about the coaching situation. We got 10 million. 10 doesn't get you to 25, but 10 gets you maybe a new couple of players in the mix. That's what they decide. They know they can't get the money because they're starting too late. The other thing this did, and by the way, I have never said to fire Fickell. What I'm saying is if you want optionality, you got to have money, right? The other thing to point out here is McIntosh has now put himself on the line because McIntosh has now not separated himself from Fickell, right? It would have been really easy for him to say, I tried, it didn't work out. All right, let me get back to the roots. Let me find a state of Wisconsin guy who really fits this. Let me go call Jim Leonard again. Let me call Lance Leipold. Let me call Mike McCarthy. Let me call Jason Eck. Let me call any of these guys that are in the coaching world that have had success that are Wisconsin, Jay Valai, Jim's guy. Let me call any of these people that are Wisconsin through and through, and let me go get these people in the mix. He didn't do that. He said, I'm doubling down on this. So if Luke Fickell doesn't work out next year, Chris McIntosh doesn't work out next year.
So I guess my thing is, because we've heard...
Matt turned to Ryan and said, pull that one. I saw that. Good job, Matt.
That was a good take.
We've heard Brad Nortman say that he's been hearing that Luke Fickell and his staff do not communicate with high school coaches. We've heard Barry Alvarez on the Barry Alvarez show right here on ESPN Madison. We've heard him say that he needs to be out pressing flesh in the community. He needs to be going to go get money. He needs to be meeting with people. Okay, I hate that you guys are laughing at that. I am quoting Barry. I'm sorry that I don't typically say pressing flesh,
well,
but I'm
also
quoting
nobody
Barry.
under the age of 65 says pressing
Okay,
flesh.
but I think Evan understands.
Press some flesh.
I'm not over 65, Molly, but okay.
I know, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. And now I'm getting sweaty, and you guys are making me nervous, and now I'm going to mess up my question.
Press some
But
flesh.
the whole thing is what it comes back to is there's all of these things and the reports of him not doing the things that he needs to do within the Madison community and within the Wisconsin community in order to make money and in order to make this program better. Now, if he continues to do those things and he is here next year, which he's going to be, they're going to have problems, and it's not going to solve anything. It's just going to be a revolving door of the exact same thing happening over and over.
That's right. So here's the other part. This is not going out in the community and getting the money, because when you do that and you're a new coach, you're starting from zero, right? So any dollar you get is +1 and beyond, right? That's like you're starting from scratch. Oh, like Jim has worked in sales for a long time. I worked in sales. When you start in sales as a salesperson, a company hires you to do sales for whatever it is. Any dollar you bring in is a dollar more than you had the day before. In Fickell's case, any dollar he brings in is getting him back to zero. Not getting, like, he's got to even this thing out, because right now there's a negative vibe around him. There's not a neutral vibe to positive. It's fine. Positive vibe is great. Negative vibe means any money coming in, any goodwill gets you back to neutral. That our goal right now should be to get back to neutral, where we can get the money that's a plus dollar figure, or get the wins that's above 500. Now it's getting to neutral. Now it's getting to even. Now it's getting to 500. That's where we are right now.
And you're right. This is a brand equity. This is a brand issue for Badger football. How does Luke Fickell get people excited? How does Mac get people excited? And I think one of the things that Luke has working against him, as you referenced before, he's an outsider. And he did not do anything. And I've talked to players on and off the record. He's not reaching out to them. And he's not making them feel part of the program, whether it is I know J.J. Watt spoke here one time, or Melvin Gordon, or any of those guys. They're barely being acknowledged, let alone other players who would happily go to bat for the Wisconsin Badgers, the Chris Orrs of the world. He's not doing any of that. Do you think the next smart move for Mac and Fickell is to find some way, whether it's a president of football operations or someone else in the program that has strong Badger ties, like make Joe Thomas GM or something along those lines, at least to get people excited about the program and have someone in there they can trust? He's very choked up about it.
You are struggling today.
I am choked up about it.
Go boom the bar.
Did you finish
Jim.
your question? I don't remember.
No, yeah, he did. Jim, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Let's play the game. What's the hiring budget for a GM? Give me a number, a salary.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I would say at least, $5 million? That seems low.
Whoa.
$5 million? That's insanely high. But
It's high, yeah.
I was thinking like $1 million.
Yeah, Mike Lombardi at North Carolina, I think, gets $1 million, and that's just because Belichick is there getting him $1 million.
Okay, so I'm just saying, like, to get Joe Thomas, but okay, call $1 million. That's fine.
Let's call it $1 million. Does Joe Thomas take this job for $1 million?
Like you have to rely on the kindness of your alums. Like, hey, I'll put my name out there and I'll take this one.
Joe Thomas
yes,
take
I
the
think
job
Joe
for
Thomas
$1
is
million?
the type of guy that would do that. I feel like he cares about the program, and he might.
I think he cares about the program so much that he wouldn't do it. And he would say, I don't want to be blamed for this if it's a mess right now. I don't want to have, in my retirement years, where Joe, I know Joe, you guys know Joe, what does he do? He does all positive things for all these people.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, this is like a negative thing. Why do you want to do that? Okay, so he says no in my mind. Does J.J. Watt do it for $1 million? Hell no. Does Russell Wilson do it for $1 million? Hell no. Does Big Cat do it for $1 million? I'm being dead serious.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But the prestige of the job may be exciting for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
that's what I'm thinking. Branching out? Maybe.
I'll tell you what I would do. There's one person I would give the job to.
Evan Cohen.
And it would suck for us. No. It would suck for us. I'd say to Mark Tauscher, what do you want? Leave everything else. You're not allowed to do anything else but this. What do you want? He's the only person that I would believe in that could fix this right now. And Tausch wouldn't necessarily be breaking down game tape or anything like that. I don't want him doing that. Not that he can't. But you don't think Tausch, you give him $1 million, all of a sudden he's on the phone, he's meeting with every high school person, every person in the country. He's getting the right people in there. Who believes in that program more than him? What's the pressing the flesh? Who presses the flesh more than Tausch?
Good point.
You know, he's got a connection to all the great players better than Tausch.
Right.
I mean, that's the guy. You want to ingratiate yourself? And the crazy thing is, McIntosh played with him. It's not like he doesn't know him. Go get Tausch. I don't know why I'm
I was gonna say
suggesting.
maybe don't, but
But I'm just telling you, that's what you need. You need someone who believes in this through and through, and someone who would do the job. Or go get Brooks Bollinger.
yeah.
Go get somebody who understands this stuff.
Evan, what does Luke Fickell need to do next season then in order to not be fired mid-season or be able to return to finish out his contract?
Can I give you a hot take?
Yeah.
Please do.
I think he's going to leave
When?
after the season.
After
I think
this
he's gonna
season.
leave.
Wait, after
I think
this season or next season?
No, this season.
Oh.
I think he's going to find the job and get out.
That's what I was going to ask. Apparently I can't talk anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Jim, Jim,
Yeah.
not a big day in Madison today. It's good that
No.
you can't talk. Nobody's
Yeah, no, it's
talking
perfect.
Madison sports today. Yeah, no, it's good.
Nobody cares. I have to say. I thought he could pull a Gary Anderson, and the Badgers would be thrilled about that. Where Gary found a job on the side.
I think that's what could be happening.
I just can't see him going through 16 more games for the Badgers hearing fire Fickell every time he's at home. Like, why would you even want to be a part of that?
Well, so hold on, I lost my question. I'm sorry.
That's because I had such a good comment.
What was I going to ask?
All right, first of all, Matt.
Hey, Jim, Matt Molly here on ESPN Madison. We're joined by Wisconsin alum Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings 5 to 9 here on ESPN Madison. You guys can't do a show, so I'll just do it for you.
Do you have your thought, Molly?
No.
Okay, goodness gracious.
I got nervous.
I would
Stop.
imagine that this is a make or break year for Fickell, though. You said 16. It's
You
going
don't
to be
say. 4 more this year, 12 next season.
Yeah, but they're not all at
all
home
home
next
games.
season.
I thought you were counting home games. Yeah.
But then I was like, I
Fire
realized.
Fickell at Lambeau
But
Field.
here's a better point.
It
of,
would.
Then
It
what
would
do you
happen.
do? Absolutely. But what do you do if it's, again, bad? Then do you fire him in the middle of the season, and now you're where you were 4 years ago?
Making a comment on.
This has happened. Billy Napier, University of Florida last year, they sent out this big press release saying he's our guy, he's not getting fired, we're bringing him back. They brought him back, he got fired midseason.
Yeah.
I was just more commenting on Evans.
Go ahead, Matt.
On your hot take that you think he's going to leave after the season. I wouldn't blame him. The last 4 games at home, he's been fire Fickell chants have rung out in the stands.
He deserves it.
You've had an empty stadium. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying, how do you even deal with that? You had your shot. This is your 3rd year. That's the quantifying year that Molly put on it for judging people is 3 years. So I just think that's.
Yeah, you're right. I
I
put that
wouldn't
on.
do it
Thank
anymore.
you.
There
Thank
with-
you for
with
telling me
little
that was my
salty Matt
take and not
Hamilton
yours.
did.
You're right. You're right. That was my take.
Trust me, Molly. I knew what I said.
But then is he going to get?
Can prime
Is he,
time or someone look something up for me or any of you? Who is the Cincinnati coach? How is that coach doing? What are his ties to Cincinnati? Could he leave, and could that job be open again?
Ryan's our quasi-Cincinnati
Yeah.
expert because
I
he's
am a
got
bit-
family down there. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So my entire brother's. My brother is married. Married.
Are we
With some
okay?
people from
Can we keep-
Cincinnati.
Let's go.
Hold on.
we're struggling.
My brother's wife is from Cincinnati. Their entire family are all UC grads, and they hate Luke Fickell for what he did and left them. And they now have Scott Satterfield, and they're now a top 25 program. Now they did get stepped on by Utah last week, so it was a bad week for the Bearcats. But they are actually a top 25 program who is in contention for the Big 12 championship right now. They are doing leagues better than the Badgers at this point.
Right, but here's the thing. When you say, oh, they hate him on the way out, right? Would we take Brett Bielema back?
Yes. I don't even like Brett. But
Will we
yes.
take Paul Chris back? Potentially.
Yes. But I think Oregon State's going to take Paul Chris.
Gary Anderson?
No.
Barry Alvarez. Yes.
My point is, could there be a job that makes sense for Fickell? I'll give you another one. I don't think this would happen, but there's another connect the dots one. If Jed Fish, the Washington coach, gets Florida, where he went to school, which has been rumored, and Washington is looking for a coach, the AD at Washington has tried to hire Luke Fickell before, just not at Washington. He tried to hire Luke Fickell at Jim's alma mater at Florida Atlantic University when he was there. So I'm just saying there are dots to connect. I'm just not ruling out the idea. Yeah, you can go next, Jim. I'm not ruling out the idea of Fickell.
You're on TV.
I don't know about TV because I can't see the screen because I had to move spots.
Oh,
so.
that would
always
be
on
how I feel.
This is how you do every single interview.
Every day.
It's just, yeah. Okay, so what happens if Washington gives Wisconsin a major beat down this weekend? Then is the Washington AD as attracted to Fickell as he was before?
Well, that's the problem. It's like, did they call down like, hey, can you just not go too far on this in case you go to Florida? I'm just saying to you, I think we're naive if what Matt said is correct. Do we not think that Fickell doesn't like it also? Like, it's just not a fit. It hasn't been a fit. And they're going to continue to try to make it a fit. And I don't blame them because, again, no one ridiculed the hire. We all celebrated the hire. It just hasn't worked out. And now we're going to sign up for another year of this. I think this is just, we don't have enough money to make a decision. We need to use the money to get players regardless of the coach. And the coach is not going to necessarily like being here. And he's probably still going to look around also. That's my bet with all of this.
I don't hate that bet. The question I had for you is the idea of opportunity cost of Jason Eck. Let's use him specifically. You mentioned all these coaching positions open. He's not going to go to Florida, but there could be a backfill where he continues to move up from New Mexico. And I'm not saying he's just going to chase every job, but he could have a big-time job after this season and what he's done at New Mexico, turning him into a bowl program immediately. I think Lance Leipold, unfortunately, has probably already priced himself out any sort of buyout the Badgers would have. Jason Eck might have been more affordable. So it's like these opportunity costs of a guy like Eck who could be available now and affordable now, and if you wait, he might have a job he believes in more than New Mexico and be too expensive, and now you got to find something completely different that could be unproven. So that's my concern is the opportunity cost here, that there seems to be a couple people available that could be great for it.
Okay, so when you look, I'm just looking at the openings, Jim.
Yeah.
I think that if you're looking at the openings, whoever gets LSU is not going to leave an opening, I don't think, maybe Tulane, that Fickell would get. Or, Penn State, whoever leaves that opening, maybe, possibly. Iowa State, if Matt Campbell goes, and I don't know, although there's Wisconsin ties to Iowa State, so they probably wouldn't necessarily be excited about Fickell. I'm just looking. What job opening? Maybe whoever gets Oklahoma State, whoever the coaches that get Oklahoma State leave a program that may be in the mix for Fickell.
I just say trade him for Jason Eck.
or maybe he just goes to the Patriots, where his best friend in the world is the head coach.
It did wonders for Brett Bielema. He had to sit out. He was begging for the Michigan State job, and then he ended up with the Illinois one.
I guess what I don't understand is you talk about like backfilling all these positions. Like after this time, especially when it started right at the beginning of NIL, like has Luke Fickell shown that he does not know how to navigate NIL? And what program would look at this 3-year tenure, which is really what all the coaches have as far as their resume with NIL? How do they look at that and be like, that's our guy? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me.
Matt, that is a phenomenal point that you're making. And it's a phenomenal point.
Good job.
It only took you 5 years.
Well, I think it's a phenomenal point because we have to actually draw the line of pre-NIL and post-NIL that Luke Fickell would coach before NIL was in existence.
Mm-hmm.
And since NIL has been in existence, I'm not sure he's a great coach, right? And I do think that there is something to what you're saying. Dabo Swinney, for example, Clemson. Unbelievable pre-NIL, not as much post-NIL. So I think you're bringing up an interesting point of like, why exactly would Program X be excited about this guy who all of his success was really prior to the current state of college football that we're in?
Yeah, and that's what scares me. But also that's what gives me hope for your idea of having like a GM or whatever you guys called it. You said fill it with Tausch. I feel like every college needs to do this so coaches can just coach. Sounds like half the time they're trying to find recruits, keep people.
So they're trying to become the NFL.
Wait. The Badgers have a GM right now. And most colleges have GMs.
Okay.
I just meant more like a. But
Andrew
Luck is
whatever that job is, where you help find players and recruits, have them be on the same page as the coach, but be like, I got your players, coach. You just make sure that you develop them and make them the best guys they can be, because that's clearly what you're good at. You're not good at retaining players and finding players.
It's a good example there because Wisconsin.
Yeah, who's the GM?
I don't remember that name.
Sedberry.
Brian's got it. What is it?
Marcus Sedberry.
Doctor. He's a doctor.
Marcus Sedberry, yes. You can listen back to the Jump Around 3 weeks ago. David Gilreath was on talking about his work with Dr. Marcus Sedberry in the outreach and giving branch of UW administration.
I heard it on the Barry Alvarez show the other day, too.
There you go.
Barry and Tarek and Derek were shocked that he exists.
I'm a little surprised.
Very shocked that he's wow, this guy really needs to get better at his job.
I'm just saying, they were literally asking. They were like, what does he do? Yes.
Well, the worst part is, before that, they had basically a kid running it because Luke Fickell didn't know what a GM was, or Chris McIntosh didn't know what a GM was, and he was basically a hype man. When people came on campus, he hyped them up. He got poached by USC, but he's third in line. So the Badgers GM, their first one, was poached by USC to be the assistant to the assistant GM at USC, and then the Badgers brought in a real adult. And I still don't know if it's the right person for it. Because you're right, Matt. A lot of schools, Ron Rivera, Andrew Luck, a lot of schools have show pieces as their GM.
Some guys have some professional basketball players that have retired are GMs of their college.
Oh yeah,
teams.
Shaq. Yep.
He oversees roster management, player personnel, and operations for Badger
what
football.
Matt's talking about. But to Matt's point,
He
Barry
hasn't
Alvarez
done-
didn't even know that position existed, so it's not on Matt.
Right,
to
get
know.
some high-profile name that actually matters, like a Mark Tauscher.
I never. Okay, can I ask a question? This is such an egotistical question, so let me take my name out of it. Let's say, hypothetically, there was a national morning host on ESPN TV and radio that was a Wisconsin graduate, just hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
Would you, I don't know, send that person an email introducing yourself if you were a GM of a football program? That as the Wisconsin program.
If I was a competent one, yes.
Does Big Cat know this guy's name?
I don't think anyone knows his name, apparently.
Yeah.
If Barry Alvarez knows his name.
Does David Gruber know Marcus Sedberry?
No.
Here, actually, to your point, Evan.
I'm going to text him. I'm going to text him.
Okay, because I have it.
I'm going to right now.
Okay.
One call, that's all.
So you're going to make that one call, that one text, that's all. And what I will relay that from someone who would know.
Right, so I'm texting David Gruber and his best friends.
Okay. So I will say that.
So I'm going to write. Here's what I'm going to write.
Yep.
Without looking it up. Do you know? I shouldn't do this on the air. This is bad. Do you know who? What's his name? Dr.
Marcus Sedberry.
Did you need me to spell it for you?
Yeah,
S-E-D.
S-E-D.
Barry.
Yeah. B-E. Okay.
All right. And while you're doing that, I mentioned it earlier in the show, and I mentioned on the jump around that some people who are givers and donors to the program and know the John Menard have said that Menards has not been seriously reached out to. Billion-dollar industry, billion-dollar company, billion-dollar owner, and John Menard has not been seriously reached out to, is what I've been told by the Wisconsin Badgers. And all you have to do is look around Camp Randall. There's no Menards things around there. He's the 78th richest man in the entire world, worth $25 billion. And
they're building an athletic center. You could
Kiss, right?
Yeah. Hey, how about we plaster Menards all over this and we make a deal?
Are we being unfair right now?
To who?
I know. I'm just asking the question. I'm not trying to be insulting towards anyone. I think that this guy, Marcus Sedberry, is probably wonderful. I probably would love him if I met him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, if you're here, let's do it this way. Let's do it without making this about Dr. Sedberry. I just think that in my concept in 2025, if you're a GM of a football program in college, everyone in the community has to know you. That's not a football job. That's a sales job.
Yep.
Yes. And to add to that, I don't think we're being unfair because in my other job here at ESPN Madison, I talk to a lot of business owners and they're always complaining.
Let's be honest. This is your other job. That's your job.
That's very, very true.
This thing is your other job.
Yeah,
with the way you're performing.
Yes, absolutely. Hopefully, this is still my other job. So with that, though, most of them complain about either working with the Badgers, not getting the bang for their buck out of the Badgers, or the Badgers just asking for money with no with them. What's in it for me? So there are a lot of complaints from, forgetting even the John Menards or the David Grubers of the world, just regular old business owners who would be willing to give some money are saying the Badgers either come out the hand, kind of just give us money because we're the Badgers without any real plan for it, or they're not even asking them. So I want to point that out, but also I do have an exciting programming note that Chris McIntosh will be joining Wilde and Tausch tomorrow on ESPN Wisconsin on Wilde and Tausch. This is tomorrow AM. I don't have a time on it, but Mac is joining the show tomorrow morning on Wilde and Tausch, and that is just sent to me by Ashton. So that's very exciting. So we will hear from...
I would like to address something.
Yes.
Please put this out there. Chris McIntosh, when you appear on Wilde and Tausch tomorrow, on the air, ask Mark Tauscher for money.
God, that'd be amazing.
Rubbish. And a lot of it.
Perfect, yes.
Just offer the GM job to Tausch on the spot.
There you go. The Tauscher just leaves.
No, ask for money.
I accept.
If you won't give me money, then take the job. That's how you can do it.
Yeah.
But no, for
Good
what
idea.
it's worth, I don't think we're being unfair at all. If anything, I think we've been pretty honest today. But I don't think we're being unfair to the program.
One more thing. So, Molly, one more thing.
Yep.
And please make sure this gets out there. I love the University of Wisconsin. I want the football program to be great. I want my kids who are 12 and 9, who had an amazing experience at a game against Middle Tennessee earlier this season, to come back to Madison and feel the environment that is the best football environment in America. I want that feeling back. I want the fans to love it. I want the fans to contribute to it. I want the fans to feel like they are a part of it. Regardless of if it's Luke Fickell or Chris McIntosh or anyone else, the school needs to be revived with this. We need to get everybody back. If the former players and the big personalities don't believe in the program, it is your job to get them to believe in the program. That is part of this now. When I went to school from 98 to 02, it was rock concert after rock concert every Saturday night. If you weren't there, or Saturday afternoon, if you weren't at Camp Randall, you were missing out in such a huge way. There was a feeling that made all of us, I'm from New York, there's a feeling that made all of us fall in love with the greatest school, the greatest campus, and the greatest football environment in the world. We want the greatest football program back.
I think it's a great way to end it.
Yeah, well said.
45 minutes past our time. So, Evan, thank you so much. Great content. Really appreciate it. Ryan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine today.
Okay.
Ryan, just make sure you get that stuff out there.
Yeah, I'll get every one of those.
He marked it. You just make sure it gets out there.
Oh, don't
What's
worry.
worse, our time management or Fickell's tenure at Wisconsin?
I'd say Jim's voice.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Somehow I was not the worst sounding guy in the show.
All right. Thank you, Evan.
Debatable.
All right, we do need to give away some highlights before we...
Let's get there. Let's get there.
Okay, because we are going to just
Ryan's
kind of
sweating.
We are going to kind of just super sim to hour number 2 coming up here next.
Hey, you know
for
what?
anyone wondering.
You could go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton and get yourself a delicious High Life, have a burger, and make sure to say hi to Lee and catch the next Barry Alvarez show and get Barry Alvarez's thoughts on this insane announcement that Luke Fickell is coming back next year.
Press some flesh.
Chris McIntosh, you could press some flesh with Barry Alvarez out at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We're going to be out there on Tuesday. Molly and I are going to be out there pressing fresh with Barry Alvarez.
Okay.
With Barry, and we'll have a good time out there. And we'll be enjoying some High Life. You can enjoy High Life. Right now, I'm caller number what?
Well, Luke Fickell's buyout was $25 million, but we don't need to do caller number 25. The Badgers currently 11.5-point underdogs to Washington, though. Why don't we go caller number 11?
11.5?
They're so bad.
Caller number 11 wins a case of High Life that you can then enjoy at home and wash away your sorrows. 844-770-3776. Caller number 11 wins a case of High Life. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Luke Fickell's job is safe. The Wisconsin Badgers will not be firing head coach Luke Fickell. Can he still turn the program around? React with us right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Wisconsin men's basketball tipping off the season with a Monday night win over Campbell. John Blackwell leading the way, game high 31 points. Putting that NBA Combine experience to work. Hear more from his sit down on the Jump Around Extra.
I'm playing against the best of the best. And you just bring that a different competitiveness to the program. They come in here ready to compete every single day. You just bring a different aspect that you've seen that other side. You've seen where guys want to get to, where I want to get to, and you're just hungry for it, and you just want to get this team better every single day.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I worried about starting over. I knew I was interested in IT, specifically the cloud program, but I didn't have any technical training in that field. Now, at Madison College, I'm surprising myself. I really love the atmosphere of this campus, and my instructors make learning hands-on and engaging. My advice to others? Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. There's more to your story at Madison College. Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Your fantasy roster is set, the Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Metro Ford of Madison is Madison's trusted Ford dealership. Whether you're in the market for a new or new-to-you vehicle, Metro Ford of Madison has the customer service that's second to none. With a legacy of excellence and an extensive selection of quality Ford vehicles, it's the place to go for the new Ford of your dreams. Browse their inventory, schedule a service, or see this month's offers at MetroFordofMadison.com. That's MetroFordofMadison.com. Or visit them on the east side of Madison today.
The High Life Dive Bar giveaway is brought to you by Miller High Life. Celebrate local dives with the champagne of beers. Miller High Life.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by The Jump Around, a Badgers-dedicated digital show. Tune into The Jump Around with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias every Thursday, that was earlier today, at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel for all things Wisconsin Badgers. And speaking of Wisconsin Badgers and breaking news right here on 100.5 ESPN Madison, the Wisconsin Badgers announcing earlier today that they plan to retain head coach Luke Fickell in 2026 per athletic director Chris McIntosh in an announcement to Pete Thamel earlier today. The Badgers had a 2-6 overall record. Many fans proclaiming that they needed to move on from Fickell, but he will return for at least one more year of his contract, currently with a $25 million buyout that will drop significantly at the end of this athletic season. Make sure to stay tuned right here on 100.5 ESPN to Jim, Matt, and Molly as we continue reacting with you, giving you all things Badgers football and all things Luke Fickell and Chris McIntosh. Also tune into the Jump Around on the ESPN Madison YouTube page earlier today to hear Jim and Pablo's full conversation with NBC reporter, lead college football reporter Nicole Auerbach. Also tune into Wisconsin College Game Day leading up to this Saturday's game against Washington, starting at 1:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or MetroKiaofMadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. What vanity plate should I switch to? I like this one from PPLIKME, but I think that's one too many letters. And is that People Lick Me? Is LIK?
That looks like People Lick.
I mean, it's not the worst plate they have. People Lick Me.
But you are not serious people.
Give me the vanity plate that you think Luke Fickell should have. FIRE me? I don't know if that fits on there. Fire me?
I'm trying to think of other ones. I suck.
That's
broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light at the Monster Blue. You know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
The Boona Bar. I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Primetime War Shine Behind the Glass. You can watch us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. If you missed it earlier, Evan Cohen joined the show. Extra long segment. Great stuff from Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Obviously a UW-Madison alum
should do
as
radio.
well.
He should
do radio. And also on our YouTube and ESPN Wisconsin apps are interviews with Nicole Arbach from NBC Sports talking about Luke Fickell before we knew he was going to be fired, or not fired, before knew he wasn't going to be fired.
Jim,
and then
stop trying to make fetch happen.
I know, right.
Stop trying to make fick happen.
Back in the good old days when we thought there was a chance that Luke Fickell was going to get fired, and then we also had Cooper Catalano on, who, again, before we knew Luke Fickell was keeping his job, we asked him about Luke Fickell, and he gave him a ringing endorsement.
And that interview will be coming out when, Jim?
That'll be Friday on a special edition of The Jump Around on ESPN Madison and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube stream at 2 o'clock. So, Chris McIntosh is also, just a little bit of news here, Chris McIntosh is joining Wilde and Tausch tomorrow at 9:15, and he'll talk about why, in God's name, he is keeping Luke Fickell around. I wonder if he'll say, success comes in many forms. It's not limited to wins and losses. I want to circle back to that in a second, but we're talking about Luke Fickell because Pete Thamel reported out Wisconsin coach Luke Fickell, Pete Thamel from ESPN, said Wisconsin coach Luke Fickell will return to the Badgers in 2026. Athletic director Chris McIntosh tells ESPN. The move comes with significant increase in financial investment. So after that news came out in a very coordinated media blitz, obviously from the University of Wisconsin to Chris McIntosh.
Flooding the zone with as much information as possible. Chris McIntosh went on their state-run media with Jesse Temple, and look, that's what it is. I know, but the way you say it sounds so like conspiracy theorist.
But it is it's not even conspiracy. They're not going to ask him hard questions. They're not going to put him into a bad light because they are essentially employed by the University of Wisconsin.
Yes.
I get that, but that's what I'm saying. It's like state-run media, man.
It is, though.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just
it's not even technically state-run. It's really booster-run media.
Right.
So
But
these are the people.
They have boosters?
He works for the Varsity Collective, this outlet that Jim's talking about. Like that is the people who are trying to fund NIL and the people who, if they believe in him, and if I guess Jesse Temple being the voice for them, essentially, like if they believe in him, then Chris McIntosh believes in him.
The separation between the Badger Athletic Program and the Varsity Collective is the same separation that politicians have between their
lobbyists.
Yes,
exactly.
And like it's not real.
And let's be honest,
if Chris McIntosh says I don't want this guy working here anymore, he ain't working there anymore.
But let's be honest, like they should be intertwined, right? At the end of the day, like we would hope as Badgers fans that they're on the same page.
They should, but everything that Chris McIntosh says in said interviews should be taken with a grain of salt.
100%.
Yes.
But what I'm also saying is that if he's saying this to the Varsity Collective and if they're backing it, then it would appear, at least to me, that it's probably the people with money, like Jim mentioned, Ted Kellner, are also still behind Fickell and Mack. Which, if everyone in that side, if everyone around the program is still behind him, I don't see how Fickell would want to leave at the end of the season.
I don't know if they're behind him. I just don't want to. They don't want any more checks. I think Evan's point about
you just think they're out of options.
Yeah, I think Evan's point is correct. Maybe they got $10 million and they'll put that $10 million in players instead of coming up short on a Fickell buyout.
If they were to buy him out, how long do we truly think it would take for them to get back to winning, to get back to being like an actual program?
I think that matters on who they hire. But I care about wins and losses, so that's what I want to get to.
Of the buyout is.
That's what I want to get to. On the state-run interview with Chris McIntosh, he had the audacity. How in God's, this isn't live, this is clearly taped. How in God's name is someone like Mac Ixnay on this stupid statement?
Yeah, try
let's hear the audio.
You talked when you hired Luke about championship level expectations at Wisconsin for the football program. As you look forward to year 4, what does success look like to you? How will you determine whether this is a path that is working?
Yeah, I think the priority for me is to continue to grow the program in a way that puts us in a position to achieve those expectations. That comes in many forms. It's not limited to wins and losses.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. What's included in success then?
I am so close to swearing. What the bleep is he talking about? This is our poll question, our Saturday Limit poll question. 844-770-3776. That's the Carbus Talking text line. List is more. Our Saturday Unlimited poll question is, do you care about anything when you root for the Badger football program besides wins and losses?
Well, now I'm just hoping for losses.
But I mean, in general, when they're winning, are you hoping for anything else? When you watch that team, you'd be like, I hope that guy is also a B+ or better student.
No. I don't care. I don't care really about their future. I don't care about them going to the NFL. If you are winning and you're making a difference for this team and helping this team win games, great.
So
other than Jonathan, if they had a Jonathan Taylor, then also, it's I'm rooting for him in the draft, but that's it.
Also, the audacity for Chris McIntosh, a man whose athletic department is under investigation with incredibly serious allegations from the women's basketball program and cross country. I said allegation. Yeah.
No, I'm saying allegedly to my
and the cross
comment.
country team at a bare minimum, and then he willy-nilly just dismisses those allegations. As he was on the record basically saying that they're not that believable. Why he would even have to say anything about it is beyond me. Just say, hey, these are serious allegations, and if they're true, we'll treat them as such. But his athletic department is being sued because people have made allegations against them that they brought real important things that matter more than wins and losses to said athletic department people, and they didn't do anything about it. So the audacity that Chris McIntosh somehow says now football is not about wins and losses, get the bleep out of here. It is absolutely about wins and losses, and everything else at this program is about wins and losses. That's how football works. That's how athletic departments work. It's not right. But the audacity that McIntosh is going to say that while the athletic department is under investigation for not properly taking the allegations against some of their coaches seriously is an affront to the senses to think that Mac can then say with a straight face that this is not all about wins and losses.
Can we just try to brainstorm some other things that would be measures of success? Would
not getting allegations of not caring about abuse.
Agree.
All of your athletes graduating.
Okay.
When was the last time we've seen that stat anymore? Because now with NIL, you can't put that stat up there.
I would say a legitimate one could be that they are bringing in enough funds to support all the other programs still, that they're still being able to maintain other programs.
Okay. So you guys wait, hold on. You guys take this statement from him on success as just a general overview of the entire athletics department, or do you take it solely for football? Because I was thinking it was just football.
See, I wonder how he thinks about things, too. Does he only think about things in terms of wins and losses, or is he, as an athletic director, thinking more about the program, the facilities, the
I would
venues?
hope that's how he thinks, but I don't think that is.
I think it is for him, and I think that part of it is that essentially the University of Wisconsin, too, I don't know how committed they are to just wins and losses as a university, as an administration. I think that they're more worried about having an enjoyable, pleasant experience for Badgers fans.
Is it a pleasant, enjoyable experience?
Well, that's the flip side of it is, Ryan, you talk about bringing in enough money to support all the other programs. The Badgers football team is the cash cow. And we have seen how empty that stadium gets when they don't win games consistently, when nobody wants the coach around. They are not going to continue to bring in money in the same fashion without some measurable football success. Again, at this point, just get us back to bowl games every year. That's winning 50% of your games.
Who knew we'd be begging for the ReliaQuest
I mean, just get back to beating Iowa, not even making a bowl game necessarily.
Beat some of your rivals every once in a while. But that's the point. Is I agree in the sense that is not the measure of success as an athletic department. But at the end of the day, to have a successful athletic department, you need your cash cow producing so everybody can feast. And the problem is right now is nobody wants to buy into this program because no one else believes in it other than Daddy Ted. What's his name?
Ted Kellner.
Yeah, other than Daddy Ted.
Daddy.
Matt, tell us about Odyssey.
Oh my gosh, it is definitely Odyssey season for me. I'm off to the curling trials shortly here, and I like to fuel up with that delicious Odyssey Greek yogurt. Throw your favorite berries, maybe some pineapple, couple scoops of protein powder, and some chia seeds in a blender. Don't forget that delicious Odyssey Greek yogurt because it's packed with protein. It fuels me when I'm taking the ice. So whether you're training hard or just need a delicious boost to help get through your day, look no further than Odyssey Brands when you want to get your Greek on.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Breaking news. The Wisconsin Badgers are keeping head coach Luke Fickell. Will Fickell right the ship on Wisconsin football? Continue reacting right here on 100.5 ESPN. Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Ford and Metro Kia of Madison.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Black Friday deals are here at Brothers Maine. Score the lowest prices of the year on top brands like Samsung, Electrolux, Bosch, LG, and Frigidaire. With our low price guarantee, Big Box can't beat our deals. Shop local and save at Brothers Maine.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more, only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet.
It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Luke Fickell's job is safe. The Wisconsin Badgers will not be firing head coach Luke Fickell. Can he still turn the program around? React with us right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin App, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Yeah, that means Molly and I are going to be at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison tomorrow. Same with prime time, old time.
What? Wait, what? Just call me Roll Tide?
Roll Tide. Prime time,
Roll
Roll Tide. I don't like Roll Badge.
Roll Badge because
makes me
Wisconsin
uncomfortable.
fans are going to think, Chris McIntosh was trying to give us the thought that we're going to be as good as Alabama because we bring back Luke Fickell.
I swear to God, he swears every time.
Just swear.
I don't think he does. He does not swear.
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
There's no way to prove that he's swearing.
What part of Waterboy is that from?
Oh, that's like the first 20 minutes. That's the first scene when you see the coach at the practice field. And then the Farmer Fran, the special teams coordinator, who you just heard on that hotkey. I believe he runs over to go and tell the team something, and none of them understand what he's saying.
I'm Googling it right now.
So he's primetime Wollersheim. I'm Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown. We're going to be at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison tomorrow. Matt Hamilton's a winner. He's going to go win some trips to the Olympics. All right, so we're going to do throwing stones here, but we're just going to basically continue to vent about Luke Fickell. But let's get to throwing stones.
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Right.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
Just peel back the curtain quickly. I gotta say, Jim, you sitting in the other chair today has you all out of sorts.
I'm completely
I
honest.
kind of like you in that chair, though.
Because I'm further away?
No, we're a little bit too far away, but I like that we can look at you. We talked about eye contact on this show.
You don't make enough eye contact with me.
Well, we moved you because I could make more eye contact with you.
Well,
That's
you've
true.
been-
Good Lord. This
you
is
have
why
not been doing
this is why thruples don't work. It sounds exhausting.
Well, it's only
I gotta
because
make I gotta
we
get
have
mad
him
enough
that
con-
gets jealous on everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who's a good boy?
I'm a good boy.
He would not. Yeah, he would not. You would not work in a throuple. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You have experience.
No,
you would know.
this show. He's needy.
Yeah.
This is just us talking.
Who would each of you guys be in the thruple that is the leadership of Wisconsin Badgers football? I would say that's Chris
Position.
McIntosh. That's Chris McIntosh.
Okay.
That would be Luke Fickell
And Dr.
Marcus.
Wait, why don't we just do marry, date, dump right now, like we did with
You're
the Packers?
dumping all of
show?
them.
With the show?
How are you not dumping all three of them at this point? Well, maybe not Dr. Marcus Sedbury because we don't know if he actually. We don't know if he's good or bad at his
I
job.
honestly don't know if he's a real person. He could be
He
AI
is.
for all
He
I know.
definitely
AI.
is. Go listen
No,
back
he
to
was
the
at
jump
Baylor.
around.
He was at Baylor.
Exactly.
No.
Jim, go listen back to your own show.
Yeah,
Why don't you get him
seriously.
on?
David Gilroy.
Yeah.
Or Marcus Sedbury, yeah.
Yeah, why don't
get
you reach
Sedbury
out?
on there. That'd
All
be
right.
pretty good. We're just giving you content ideas. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Not a bad one.
2 guests yesterday. Unbelievable. Matt, where do you find the show? This is the same guy that didn't know where to find the show. We referenced Jump Around.
Tell us, where do you find the jump around?
YouTube.
What channel?
The ESPN Madison one.
Is there any others or no?
Yeah, there's other shows that you can see there too, but you can definitely find the jump around.
No.
And what
You
time
can
is it
find
on
on
live?
Like noon on Wednesdays.
Like
Nah.
noon, 12:30 On Thursdays.
Racket, run the promo. Jump around like noon on Wednesdays or 12:30 on Thursdays.
12:30 on Thursdays on the ESPN Madison YouTube and the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube.
Was it ever on Wednesdays at noon?
No.
Nope.
That Irrelevant show is on Wednesdays.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Wednesdays at like noon. Anyways.
At like noon.
So how about
what the hell was Mr. Irrelevant doing here today anyways?
He was interviewing Greg Gard.
Also,
a winning Wisconsin
wait
Badgers
till
coach.
Matt sees the ridiculous outfit Alex Strofe was wearing today.
That was an interesting shirt, I will say.
Do you remember?
His fashion has gotten better since he's gotten in a relationship.
But not
She
this.
has great fashion.
Not this, though.
Today, not great, but Matt would have liked it because it was corduroy.
But the multicolor. It was like, do you remember cross color? You probably,
and when
like
you
in the
call it
90s, it was
half.
cross
It was
colors.
a shirt split in half. Half of it was black, half was brown.
Yeah, it looked.
He looked like
a real vintage shirt.
He looked like Two-Face, Harvey Dent from the Batman.
But it was definitely from Shein. Like, it wasn't from like a vintage shop. It was from Shein.
Oh, it was brand new.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like a $3 shirt on Shein.
Okay. So are we just going to throw stones at Mr. Irrelevant? Is that what we're deciding?
Like, probably, yeah.
Wow.
Jim, talk.
Clothes are cheap.
Anyways.
All right, David Deerfield chimes in. Where's Chancellor Mnuchin in all of this? Is she tone deaf about the $200 million plus the state will lose next year due to football issues? And Jim from Madison says Willie and Tao should ask Mac what letter grade he would give himself as AD. Well, I like that one. What letter grade would you give Mac?
Do you think you... Sorry.
I mean, especially with all the other stuff. Like, just aside from football, you can't give him anything higher than a D or an F.
F.
And then football's an F.
F all around. F minus, if I could. Is
Yeah.
that too hard?
Prime.
I mean,
Be honest.
I can't think of one thing that I think he's done that's truly positive at this point. Like, is like you actually exceeded expectations in this. I can't think of one thing.
You
truly.
met expectations. Think of a report card. Did you meet expectations?
Oh,
No,
has he
here's
met
my
expectations
thing. Like,
in anything?
Nothing
Yeah.
has
If he
been met.
would have just been able to like cut ties, I could have accepted like, hey, we took a chance on a guy that went to the college football playoff. It didn't work out. We're moving on. Like, I could give you a slightly better score for that. Like, I understand not everybody's gonna hit all the time, but now we're just doubling down on it. So honestly, if nothing works out with Fickell, Mac should at least the chancellor should consider his job on the chopping block.
So I'm glad that you mentioned her because somebody on the YouTube channel, PipDoc, said,
Picture
why...
in picture?
What?
Picture in picture. Do you guys remember Picture in Picture? It was called Pip.
Yeah, it was the coolest
It really
feature
was,
on
yes.
the phone
It
on your
was.
TV.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
what you're
was
talking
amazing.
about.
Cool.
But was that like
No.
the 90s version of like multi-view?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, on your phone when you shrink, like if you shrink something down,
Yeah.
like Hulu will stay on.
Yeah,
Like
I know
you do
it's
like
picture
that
in
on your
picture.
TV.
Gotcha.
It was awesome.
It was
You got multiple
legit
football
next
games
level.
going.
Yeah.
It was like the red zone before red zone.
Okay. PipDoc says on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, why hasn't UW Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin said anything about this, once again, unserious football program? Do we think that she needs to say something?
But you are not
Like, how involved-
serious people.
I'm actually curious. How involved is she in the program? Because it just feels weird that there's Chris McIntosh, and then there's Sudbury?
Marcus Sudbury's the GM.
There's Dr. Marcus. There's him, and then there's her on... Like, I don't know whose
Dr.
roles
Marcus
are
Sudbury
what.
is definitely below Mac. Like he
Okay,
is
that's what I
only-
meant. I shouldn't have done my hands like that. I
He's
apologize.
definitely more on the level, I would imagine, with Luke Fickell, where they're like trying to coordinate to find the right players and bring in the right personnel, transfer portal and recruiting, I would hope.
Okay. All
But
right.
then I would also say that Chris McIntosh seems like he has full oversight of the athletics department. And I truly, when it comes to the people who are the decision makers for UW, the administration, I don't think many of them think that much about football on a day-to-day basis. They are thinking just about the university as a college. And I don't think Wisconsin, I don't think Wisconsin has ever thought of football as being more important than the university, unlike other schools, like I would even put Ohio State, Michigan, SEC schools. Alabama, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the schools who are actually going out and like making decisions to move on from coaches. Penn State. Penn State cares a whole heck of a lot about the football program because Happy Valley is what Penn State is built around, not wherever the library is.
They've had their...
But, yeah. Well,
okay, fair. They've had
it's
some
obvious
glaring-
Penn State really cares about football.
We know. Can we just not talk about them? Thank
cares
you.
about it
Thank
way
you.
too much.
Say LSU. Whatever program has fired their head coach. Florida.
Right.
That was brought up earlier.
They also care a lot about the football program. Remember when they had
They sure do.
a murderer on their team?
Well, they didn't know.
Oh God, get out of here.
He also was not covering himself in glory at Florida.
He was never a straight-laced fella.
So
which one? There's multiple.
To that point, do you care about anything other than wins and losses for the Badgers football program? 90% of you say no. And I'll end this, Stones, with this, that Wisconsin, and you guys can agree or disagree, I think it's fair to say Wisconsin runs itself more similar to Northwestern than it does Ohio State.
But are their academics as good as Northwestern? Nope.
They're close. Wisconsin is a premier.
Northwestern is incredibly difficult to get into.
Yes, but Wisconsin's...
I know it because I went there.
Yes.
It's a great school. It is. That's what they have to hang their hat on, and that's what they want to hang their hat on. That's what they hung their hat on for forever until Barry Alvarez got here.
Like Wisconsin and Michigan are some of the best public schools
for sure
out there.
Mm-hmm.
But Northwestern, to your point,
Northwestern's more of like a closer to an Ivy League school.
True, and that's where I want my daughters to go.
But I think it is a great point, Jim. Like I think the Badgers do run themselves as a football program closer to what Northwestern does. I mean, that was the bread and butter when Barry had it running well, and when Paul Chryst had it running well. Like they weren't really spending a ton of money. We know that they weren't one of the teams who would actually pay players under the table. They would come in, find under-recruited guys, draft, like essentially the development program. That's what Wisconsin was great at. And you can only get so far with that, but I don't think the UW administration and the people who make decisions for Wisconsin ever had to truly change their mind to think we really need to invest. Not just put in time and put in effort, but like true funds and putting in more than just goodwill, essentially. I think that's what it was for a long time. It was like, as long as we do it the right way, we'll pass all our tests and we'll be the good kid in class. That's what Wisconsin wants to be.
Exactly. And those days that's not a thing anymore.
Not if you want to compete.
Right. The good kid in class is, second to last in FBS, second to last in Power 4 conferences in throwing the football, and 125th out of 135 in all of college football.
Why aren't we hitting all these kids that did great in their tests like, hey, you're probably running a company now. Just throw us a bone.
Yeah, you would think. Because that would make
point.
too much sense, right? To reach out to alumni for money that could contribute to your program to make it better.
Give us some money.
I think it's kind of like what Evan Cohen said. Like, I don't know for the longest time if Wisconsin ever thought that they had to do stuff like that. So their mind is just not like wired to think that
we're
way.
3 years into NIL and you haven't made any adjustments.
Maybe they need to reach out to Canopy Wealth Management. Their balanced approach helps guide families through a complex and ever-changing landscape, creating a personalized wealth management experience with care, competence, and clarity throughout a family's financial planning journey. Canopy serves as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects, offering their expertise to help achieve goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with them today. It's canopy-wealth.com. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Luke Fickell's job is safe. The Wisconsin Badgers will not be firing head coach Luke Fickell. Can he still turn the program around? React with us right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
I was afraid that college would be like high school. I worried about starting over and feeling alone. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm part of a community, and I've never felt alone. My instructors have been incredible, and I made so many friends and connections. My advice to others, don't let your fears stop you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every U. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Annika Curran from Verona Area High School. Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
You're a swimmer. We're here at this gorgeous pool.
Yes.
You probably live here, right?
Yes,
Basically.
spend a lot of time here.
Freshman year, first time you got to go to state, what was that whole environment like?
It was crazy. Just the environment there, there's so many people. Like, I've been to Waukesha multiple times for club meets, and just high school state at Waukesha is something else. Like,
When you look back in your time at Verona, what do you think that you remember the most about Verona Area High School?
I think just like the community that we have here and like on the team, we get super close with each other at the end of the season when it's like the last couple meets, just with the team, being at practice, like it's just so much fun.
Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
Every team needs captains and playmakers, and Madison and Dane County Pizza Hut locations are looking for both. They're hiring managers to lead the crew and drivers to deliver big wins and pizzas. Find part-time or full-time roles with flexible hours, plus full benefits for those who work 30 or more hours per week. Whether it's running the huddle or making plays on the road, there's a spot at Pizza Hut for you. Apply today at jobs.pizzahut.com. That's jobs.pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like the Nitty Gritty, Connie's Home Plate, Hooterville Inn, and Vin's Missouri Tavern.
Kevin Hermanson is the owner of Woodworks Furniture and Design. They've had document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems for, well, help me out here, Kevin.
We've been working with James ever since I can remember.
Why so long?
They're great people to work with, all the way from their service technicians all the way up to their salespeople.
James Imaging Systems, a local business technology company, 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed. How does that make you feel, Kevin?
That makes us feel like we're partnering with a great company to make everything work for us.
So, summarizing your long-standing business partnership with James Imaging Systems?
James Imaging has been a great company to work with, and they take great care of us.
James Imaging Systems, document imaging technology, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457, 608-221-3457. Or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Breaking news. The Wisconsin Badgers are keeping head coach Luke Fickell. Will Fickell right the ship on Wisconsin football? Continue reacting right here on 100.5 ESPN. Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Ford and Metro Kia of Madison.
Madison Madison College has been educating Wisconsin students since 1912, which is more than a century of opportunity. And today, many students actually start their bachelor's degree right here at Madison College. With special transfer tracks and agreements with schools like UW, you can save money, earn credits, and then move right into a 4-year program. It's a proven pathway to success, and it all starts at Madison College. Start your path at madisoncollege.edu. Time now for Molly's Game.
Hi. I am looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
All right, guys, so we've been pressing flesh a little bit too long today, so we're a little bit up against the clock. So just to save us all some time here, for Molly's Game, which is our competition to see who basically loses, best out of 3, who has to go to we're all going to go to the Illinois-Wisconsin game, but then who has to do our different challenge that we've talked about. We'll regroup on that when we have more time. Yes, the punishment. Matt won, so that's not great. And he kind of kicked our asses. Like, he got like 3 of them right, so that sucks. So we're going to move into today's picks. So first up, Colts-Falcons. They play in Berlin on Sunday. Over under 250 passing yards for Daniel Jones. Jim, you first. Actually, you know what, Matt? You have to go first on all these because you won.
I'll take the over. Daniel Jones is going to feast.
Is it passing or total?
Passing.
I'm going to go under.
Well, I said how many times. I mean, I said it once, but it's fine. Ryan?
Yeah, I'll go under as well. Falcons defense is good, and they run the ball.
I'm going under as well. Then next up, the team who beat the Green Bay Packers last weekend, Saints versus Panthers, over under 39.5 points.
Go over.
I'm going under.
Big under for me too.
Same.
Nice. We're just all going against Matt today.
I like it.
Watch him win again. I will be so salty.
My win if this
awful.
happens.
I will be so salty. Okay, next one here. Patriots Bucks. Who has more passing yards? Baker Mayfield or Drake May? Actually, you're not Ryan.
I'll go first. I'm going to go Drake May on this one.
Jim?
I'm actually going to go May as well.
Ryan?
I'll go Baker.
Same. I'm going Baker there too. Last one here, guys. You actually can't make this bet at Potawatomi Casino, but Wisconsin is favored, whoa, they are not favored. Don't get things twisted. Washington is favored by 10.5 against the Badgers this Saturday. I want you to give me your score prediction. Closest, how do we do this? Closest score or closest total points wins? What do you guys think?
Do like differential.
Okay.
We don't have enough time to figure this out. Why don't we go with the closest score for the Badgers?
Okay.
What would the Badgers score?
No, I want, okay, fine.
Badgers points.
Badgers points.
Okay, fine. Go.
3.
10.
I'll go 7.
God dang it, Ryan. I was in, okay, 6.
Okay.
Oh, let me tell you about Potawatomi Casino. There's only one sportsbook you can call best in the Midwest. It's Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch every game this season. Potto Sportsbook will be open and ready for play. Potawatomi Sportsbook, bet above the rest.
This has been Jim, Matt, Molly. Molly and I and Primetime Warshawn will be at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison tomorrow. Good luck, Matt.
See ya.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends.